Hi and welcome back to Carnivorr Goes for Gold. I'm Kaitlin or Carnivorr on Instagram, and this is a review of restaurants 74, 75, and 76 of the 101 best restaurants in LA according to Jonathan Gold, the LA Times food critic. So 3/4 of the way there. This is insane. I can do it. We're doing it. Amazing. All right, number 74, jumping in with Irenia, which is in Santa Ana in Orange County. So this is a Filipino restaurant, modern version of it. It's number 90 on his list. It was so good. This was one of my favorite restaurants of the whole list. So I went with my friend Annie, who is also a food blogger. Her handle is Bacon Princess Blog. Maybe you've seen it. She's awesome. Give her a follow. And so this is Chef Ryan Garlitos's restaurant. He used to work at Taco Maria, which is another super popular restaurant in Orange County. It's also on the list. I think it's number 5. You've probably heard me talk about Taco Maria already, but this is the Filipino version essentially of Taco Maria. Like Jonathan Gold says he's doing for Filipino food what Chef Salgado did for Mexican cuisine at Taco Maria. So we tried. First, we started with some delicious cocktails. I got the purple drink, which had ube in it, that purple yam. And then it had coconut rum and pineapple. That was super tasty. Annie got something fabulous too. I don't remember which one she chose. Then we had the arroz caldo, which is like a rice porridge, and it had garlic, chicken skins, chili oil, scallions, and ginger on top. That was a tasty appetizer. We got the kare kare, which is cauliflower, in like a peanut curry sauce. That was really tasty, beautiful. Then we went on to the main courses, which literally blew my mind. These entrees were some of the best of the whole LA restaurant experience. So we started with the oh my goodness, I'm gonna butcher this. I learned how to pronounce it when I was there and then I forgot it. Dinuguan, I think, Dinuguan, which was a pork shoulder dish and covered in a pork blood sauce, which sounds crazy. I didn't really read that before trying it, that I was eating pork blood, which might have like freaked me out, but like don't let it freak you out because this is seriously so incredible. Just such a richness, such like a depth in the flavor of that sauce. It's just like mind-blowing how delicious this was. I've never had pork like this. I could like I'm dreaming about it. I'm literally going back to Irenia like next week because the food was so good, so good, so good. Like I've never loved Filipino food before this restaurant. It just totally changed my life, opened my mind. Wow. Okay, then we also got the pork belly adobo, which had an adobo juice. It had mung beans, mustard, turnips, onions, and I like pork belly, but I'm never like someone who's like, oh my god, pork belly like is the best. This dish again was so good. Like these two dishes, if you get nothing else, go get these two entrees because they just speechless. And also save room for dessert. We got the coconut bibingka, which is like a coconut rice cake. That was tasty, but the best one was the ube brown sugar pie. So it was like a custard and then like a layer of the purple ube. Holy cow, this I think is the best dessert I had in LA overall. Like just my favorite dessert. This pie, it's so addicting. It's so good. It like melts in your mouth. I was like, can I purchase a whole pie? They were like, yeah. I was like, great. So gonna do that like for my birthday or just like any day because so good. So good. Go to Irenia. I loved it. It's amazing. Okay, number 75 went to Baroo, which is in Hollywood. It's in like a strip mall. This is number 40 on Jonathan's list. So this is like fermentation station. You walk in and it's like looks like nothing except there's like jars of things fermenting. There's like a counter that you can order at, and there's like a communal table, a chalkboard menu. I picked the Naruk, which is one of their signature dishes. So basically it's like smoky beets. It's like a gorgeous pink beet color. I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. Like you would not expect to find like this level of beautiful plating in a strip mall next to like a 7-Eleven or something ridiculous, but like there you go. It's just got like a flower on it. It's that gorgeous vibrant color. So smoky beets, you got smoked or soaked macadamia nuts in there, onions, rose petals, farro. It was really interesting flavor. Again, like this project really made me appreciate the flavor of beets. I especially like them when they're smoked. and just like the texture was really cool, kind of like a grain bowl-y type texture, but completely different flavor and really excellent. Yeah, very like futuristic feeling food. So that was the only dish I tried there. I also tried their house-made kombucha. I got the rose flavor. I love kombucha, but yeah, excited to go back and try more from their menu. Baroo. Number 76, I went to number 14 on Jonathan's list, which is naka. Holy cow. If you watch Chef's Table like me, maybe you saw Nikki Nakayama's episode on Chef's Table, which like is a blessing and a curse because it's such a beautiful episode that it makes everyone in LA and visiting want to go to naka, which they should. It's totally deserving, but it means that it's also the hardest reservation in all of LA to get. It's just like we don't really have like New York restaurants book up like this all the time. So I guess it's like a good thing, like a good sign for us that we have restaurants that are so worthy of this like intense reservation system. But yeah, this was the hardest reservation for me to get because it's booked 3 months in advance, and I just kind of started my project on a whim, and the project was only supposed to take 3 months, 101 days. So that left like very little room for error in terms of getting a reservation. So yeah, of course, when I like finally realized this a couple weeks into the project as I was planning and was like, oh, people are like, how are you gonna get into naka? And I was like, did not even know this was something to worry about. Like when I met Jonathan Gold at the 2017 list reveal party, I was like, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get into naka. And even he was like, I don't know how to get into naka. So if Jonathan Gold has a hard time getting in, yeah, gonna be a pretty tough one. So anyway, I put myself, luckily I was doing nothing else with this project, so I was like, okay, I can go any day. So I put myself on the cancellation list for every single day up until the end of my project, which was December 23rd. And I realized this, I think, late October, so quite a bit of time there. Hopefully, I was like, something's gotta open up within these months. And I put my name down like for like party of one. Like I was like, I'll go alone, I'll bring in like 10 people, like how I can recruit people, or I can like come by myself, like whatever time. I was like, I'll be there at 5, I'll be there at like 10 p.m, anything. It was just like, I emailed them too and was like explaining the project. It was like, it would mean so much to me if I could go to all the 101 restaurants in 101 days. So finally there was a cancellation weeks later. It was in November, and yeah, it was like, a 10 o'clock table, something super late, and it was a party of 4. So I was like, oh my gosh, called up my friend Nick, Trail of Gold, who's also doing this project, and was like, I got us in, dude. And called up my friend Jesse, Scrumptious, who I've gone to eat at a lot of these incredible restaurants with, and he is a big fan of Chef's Table and some of like the finer dining restaurants in the world. So got to call them up and be like, guys, we're going to naka. We got so excited. And it was so worth the hype. This was my second favorite from the 101 list, and I think it was in the top 3 meals of my life. It was just such a beautiful, beautiful experience. So Chef Nikki Nakayama, which just like female chefs, so awesome. She is a beast. She's so cool. And her partner Carol, just go watch their Chef's Table episode. It's such a beautiful story. But they were literally there in the kitchen. It's a modern kaiseki menu, which is a Japanese tasting menu based on seasonality, and there's like it's very structured. I'll explain the menu in a bit, but I'd never done a kaiseki menu before. So Chef Nikki is like a sushi expert, just like such an expert with fish, but like the sushi was incredible, but her other dishes were so amazing too. So anyway, I'm gonna have to consult the menu for this one because it was so crazy, but I just want to do the best job like explaining what an experience this was because I was so excited and it really just lived up to everything I dreamed of. So the first course in a modern kaiseki tasting menu is a pairing of something common and something unique. So for naka, this was black tiger shrimp with a shrimp sauce, kabocha puree, which is that squash, and finger lime. So it's a gorgeous way to start off. Then course 2 is seasonal ingredients presented as an appetizer. So this was just like, yeah, a beautiful display of different things. There was like a pickled apple, there was a green bean and purple cabbage terrine, there was duck with mustard seeds, there was a branzino with pesto. Just, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Like, this is, food is art, okay? Like, culinary art, this is amazing. This was just the most gorgeous meal. Okay, course 3 was a modern interpretation of sashimi. So we had some sashimi. Course 4 was still water, and this was shrimp, mushroom, chestnut, yeah, with dashi, so it's like a broth type of a soupy course, soupy course. And then the next course, the 5th course, was traditional sashimi, so it was more seasonal fish, very fish focused, but it's to be expected from Japanese cuisine. Course 6 was a grilled dish, and for our tasting menu, this was a grilled foie gras with persimmon and Buddha's hand, another beautiful one. The 7th course was a steamed dish. So this is like, all these things are the structure, and then within the structure, these can vary. So the steamed dish for us was black cod with uni, but like this could change if we come again or in a different season. Like, it's just always going to be something steamed. And then the next one is not bound by tradition, the chef's choice dish, and this is Chef Nikki's most famous dish, which is her spaghettini, wow, with abalone, pickled cod roe, and truffles. This dish is one of the most life-changing dishes I've ever had. So it's like a spaghetti, but with fish. But somehow it's like cheesy, but there's no cheese in it, and it's just not overwhelmingly fishy. It's like you have that chewy texture of the abalone, which actually is perfect with the spaghetti. The truffles just really bring out the flavor. This is like, she serves this, I think, every time. So it really matters to her that she serves a different tasting menu each time you come in, so you never have the same dishes from her. It's like, challenges her creativity, so she keeps a record of what you eat, so she knows if you've come in again and like what you ate last time and what you're gonna eat. It goes into it in detail on her Chef's Table episode, but I'm pretty sure that no matter what, unless you have allergies, you get this spaghetti dish, which is like, we were like begging for more. We were begging our waiter like, please, can we have more of this dish? It was unreal, so good. Then the next course was a meat course, and it was Japanese Wagyu beef. Oh my gosh, you can imagine how fantastic that was. Then a vinaigrette salad, which was spiny lobster for us. Then a rice dish, which was like sushi, which came with seasonal fish, so more sushi there. And that was the last course before dessert. And for us, our dessert was an apple sorbet with a rye cream puff, rye ice cream, rye cookie, pear brulee, apple cider caramel sauce. So super fall, really incredible. I want to go back every season. I want to eat more of her food. And like, they were just the nicest, most humble people. Like, you could just tell their passion, their heart, their soul was in this food. It was a truly life-changing meal. Obviously an expensive tasting menu, but like, there are some expensive tasting menus out there that are just not worth it. This one, I'm here to tell you, save your money, get like online 3 months before you want to go, get that reservation, get there, watch the Chef's Table episode before you go, and just like live your best life, because this meal, I will never forget it. And I think I can speak for my friends Nick and Jesse as well, because it was all like, we were all so moved. It was so great. My dog. Anyway, that was restaurant 76, so we are officially 3/4 of the way through. Keep following along on Instagram at Carnivorr, and Carnivorr goes for gold, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye!